I'm Max.
And I'm Zona.
And we're the Chatterbox Chicks. Today's topic is
shooting the shit with the Chatterbox Chicks. Oh my gosh, it's been so long.
It has been. It's like we were like on a summer break or something.
Well, we were.
Yeah, we totally were, yes.
But I do know one thing. There's only 129 days till Christmas.
Oh my God. Did you really just say that?
Yeah.
129 days till Christmas.
She can't stand it because I like to celebrate Christmas early. I skip over Halloween. I'll skip over Thanksgiving. We go right into Hanukkah and Christmas.
Let me just tell you something, okay? I feel that out of all the holidays, the one holiday that never gets a chance is Thanksgiving. So every year she does this, and I say you need to give Thanksgiving a chance. Because if you guys see it, if you go to the store, go to Target, go to Walmart, those are the stores we have here. I'm sure you guys
already have Christmas stuff
all
out
over there. Yes, and it's annoying.
No, it's not.
It is annoying because they only have like an end cap.
No,
a little teeny end cap
it's
for
prepping
Thanksgiving. No, but guess when they started putting stuff out, Zona? July.
Well, I went to Walmart.
And I know you're going to go, it's Christmas in July. Well, what are we going to do? Leave it all the way out till December?
Why not?
That's annoying.
Whatever. I think it's fantastic.
I don't.
And now from here on out, well, really when it gets to be about like October,
it's not
middle of October, I will start
August.
sending her weekly Christmas themed.
She actually started this year in May.
My Christmas
right
cards,
after her right after her birthday.
I will have my Christmas cards done by November.
But you want to hear something funny?
What?
You were giving me such a hard time last year about your Christmas cards, but yet you got my card before I even got yours.
True. I was really slacking last year. It was too stressful.
You weren't. She wasn't slacking. She had them done. She just hadn't sent them out. Like they were professionally done because she had some professional.
You know what I'm going to do?
She didn't send
I'm going to get them done early, and yours will be sent out first. You probably going to get it at the end of October.
No, please do not.
And then I'm going to do a
Christmas card in October.
Then I'm going to do a whole nother one. Again, and send her another one before actual holidays.
Oh my gosh, you can't send 2 Christmas cards out.
I can do it.
Oh my gosh.
That would be fun to have 2 different versions planned.
You probably would.
Anyways, I started off the show today with that because I knew it would drive her crazy.
At least you don't write. At least you know. There's some people that write letters. Have you seen people that write letters?
For who? For what?
For Christmas.
Oh, I don't have time for that.
I don't know why we're talking about Christmas now, but since she brought it up, I'm just gonna say, have you guys ever gotten this like whole big huge letter?
Like the year in review
that tells you every single thing that they've done the entire
year.
Like
I was constipated in June, surgery.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, first of all, I've never read a letter like that. Normally, it's bragging about all the accomplishments.
Only the good things. Yeah.
All the wonderful things the kids have done. And you know what? This is the thing. If you want to send a letter out, that's totally fine. I get it. Do your thing or whatever. But how many people really want to sit there and read a letter that talks about like every single bragging thing that
when I get a holiday card, whether it's Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas,
holiday cards are awesome.
What I like to see is pictures.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole thing. You get a card with the picture, and that's cool, or whatever. Or even if you get a card that says, Merry Christmas,
right?
Love the whatevers, right?
And it's
cool. But to get an actual card and then a folded up letter that you have to sit there and read, I think that's a little bit.
Nobody has time. Nobody has time.
Not that we don't care. Now I think it sounds like, oh, well, Max doesn't care about other people's accomplishments. It's not that. It's just that, you have social media. You have those other outlets.
Put it on Facebook or Instagram. I don't want to read about it on a piece of paper. Nobody does that anymore.
Tell me what you guys think. Please go ahead and comment here, whatever. Also, hey, let me ask you something too. I'm going to segue a little bit here.
to
We're
it.
talking about letters.
Okay.
Now that we have we have social media, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have the Snapchat.
Yeah, there's
we have
Twitter,
so
there's
much-
everything.
There's so much stuff. There's some stuff I don't even understand.
Me
don't
either.
forget
TikTok
about
and
the
all that.
TikTok.
We're gonna have a whole show on that.
We have to do a whole thing on
Whole
TikTok.
thing.
My gosh. But TikTok, I think, is different than YouTube.
I don't know anything about it.
We're going to have to talk,
All of
we'll
those.
talk about TikTok.
Yeah, I only know about
But
TikTok.
we're squirreling. But what I'm trying to say is, what do you think about people that when they get like a gift or something, they send thank you notes like virtually, like virtual
versus
cards.
the actual written
Versus a
thank
written
you note.
card.
Or that some don't even send thank you notes.
I think, first of all, I like the idea of sending thank you notes, but I do feel, especially now, and I'm going to say it because she always makes fun, COVID, that virtual cards are better because you're not hands-on. And it also doesn't have a stamp.
And they're really cute. Have you seen a lot of those virtual cards? They're awesome.
I actually have a subscription to AmericanGreetings.com.
I do too.
I got it when I was COVID, and it's awesome because I pay like $5 a month. I'm serious, it's only like $5 a month. And I get to send out as many virtual cards as I want to. And they have thank you cards. Do you know they even have sympathy virtual cards?
Yes.
They do. They have sympathy.
Now, would that be
virtual
wrong?
cards.
We have to do a whole thing on that.
I'm not sure. Now, I'll be honest with you. If you have something huge, like you have a wedding, or you have a bar mitzvah, or you have, I won't go birth of baby. I think a virtual thank you note's okay for that. But like a really big event, I do think, and maybe I'm being more traditional, that traditional taking an extra step and writing out a nice card is definitely appropriate. But for a normal birthday or whatever, or thank you for the flowers,
I think that's totally fine.
Virtual,
Right.
right? Do you agree?
I agree.
Wedding or
I
something.
totally think that birthdays, thank yous, and like hello or missing you are okay virtually.
Okay.
I think a sympathy card should be actual card.
Oh, you do?
Yes. And
Even during COVID?
yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
But what if you like sneezed
Well, I would say
and then you sent the card out?
by the time it gets to your recipient,
What if the mailman had COVID?
well then they would get COVID because they're getting their bills.
But what if they blame you because of your
How
card?
could they? Then they would have to blame everything that came in the mail that day. Any flyer,
What if-
pamphlet, magazine.
What if the card is the only thing that came in the mail?
She's doing this just to make me crazy?
What if the card is the only thing you get in the mail? Do you know how sometimes you just get one piece of
Yes.
mail? What if that's the card?
Well, there would be absolutely no evidence in the court of law if someone sued you that they got COVID over envelope. Because I don't think COVID, correct me if I'm wrong, could live on an envelope from here to Alaska or here to Miami.
Okay.
That long.
Right. True. But if your mailman's local, right?
Yeah.
And he goes do, and he picks up the mail, and he's going to your mailbox, and he goes achoo, and I didn't really
It
achoo.
still doesn't
And he has it
matter.
on his hand, and he sticks it in the mailbox, and then little Greta comes running out. I gotta get the mail for you, mommy today. She opens the mailbox, she takes out the card, and she brings it up. Now 4-year-old Greta has COVID. All because you decided to write a sympathy card from hand.
That's crazy.
Which was a sympathy card to say that I'm sorry that the dog died.
It wouldn't, I just don't believe that it would make it there. And if your mailman gave you COVID from it,
You need a
it
new
is
mailman.
whatever. But number two, we live in Florida.
Don't they say no good deed goes unpunished?
That's true.
Isn't
That is
what
the saying.
Isn't that what that means?
Okay, but
is that what that means? Someone did a good deed and then got killed for it, or someone did a good deed and got hurt for it, and that's why they say that, right?
Yes.
That's what that word
Yes.
means. Yeah.
Okay, but first of all, we live in Florida and
Yeah.
it's hot as balls here.
Yeah.
So if your envelope is sitting in a Florida box, oh, it's sanitized. Oh, it's beyond sanitized because the thing probably is going to burn up in flames. It's so hot. You may not even get that sympathy card.
Because it burns up.
It's going to spontaneously explode.
No good deed goes unpunished. Let us know what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts on virtual cards versus writing them out? Let us know what
that would be interesting.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now let's talk about, because we have been on hiatus basically between COVID related issues. No, we didn't have COVID.
No, we didn't have COVID.
But just crazy with the Delta variant. Summer's winding up. People were on vacations. So summer's done. My son is back in school. He's a senior.
Oh my God, that's insane. But listen to this, guys. It went so freaking fast. I can't believe it.
I was so depressed. I'm like, I looked at the calendar. I'm like, we have 3 weeks before school. 3 weeks. And when you get out of school, you're like, oh, we have over 2 months. This is fantastic.
This is the first official week back, correct?
For us, it was last week, but for most people, it is this week.
Wow, it's insane.
I think some northern schools, correct me if you're from up north, I think they usually start after Labor Day, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I mean, we're back in the swing of things.
It's insane.
We weren't sure we were going to be able to meet this week just because, when things get started, it's chaotic. We're working out schedules and stuff like that.
And it's so funny because every year we go, we have the whole summer. We're going to do so many
I want to do this and we want to go here and that. And you're lucky you made it to the Springs. That's the one thing she wanted to do this summer is go to the Springs.
I did finally make it to the Springs. Yep. Yes.
And then she had a sip of the water and she got really sick.
Yeah, whatever you do, if you ever go
don't drink the water.
In Springs in Florida, do not drink the water.
Yes.
You will get a stomach virus.
You think? I think something. You're gonna get something.
You get something.
Just don't drink the water anywhere.
What? Okay. For the record, and I told my family this too, I did not purposely drink the water.
Yes.
I was splashed in the mouth, and I may have swallowed it.
I think there could be maybe some food, like maybe you ate something with it or something, because I've actually swallowed spring water too. And our spring water in Florida generally is a constant 73 degrees. Between 72 and 74 degrees. I think they shut the springs down if it goes over a certain, just for amoeba things,
It was very cold.
It's always cold. But you know what? In the summer, it's great. It takes you a little bit it takes a little while for a girl to get past the boobies. Yes. But, I'm sure a guy would start from, down there.
Yeah.
But, once you're in now, it's fantastic.
We went to that Springs that we used to go to when our kids were little and they could jump off.
They can't jump off anymore.
They can't jump off anymore. They blocked it off.
Because people don't follow rules.
No.
So there used to be this... I don't know if anybody knows what springs are. Obviously, our viewers from Florida know we have a lot of beautiful, amazing springs in the state of Florida.
We do.
And they're crystal clear blue. Then there's, patches where it isn't, but it's just beautiful. So there's
lots of fish.
Lots of fish and alligators too. So yes, you do swim with alligators. You just don't know they're there. So,
but there's not any alligators in Juniper Springs.
I know there is, because one time when I went, I think it was without you, everyone had to wait because they were moving. It was a baby alligator, but there was still one in there. Anyways, they replace them. They don't kill them or anything. They just, remove, because it is a natural, you're in a natural spring.
They, what do they call it? Oh God, what is it called when you move it?
Replace?
Relocate.
Replace, not replace. Relocate.
They replace the alligator.
They replace it with a big one.
They replace it with a dolphin.
Yeah. It wouldn't live. Okay, so anyways, we like this particular spring, so it's called Juniper Springs.
Yes.
And they used to have this platform that you could jump off into the springs because it's very, very deep at one point. And so much fun, but of course people... We're not just jumping off. They were doing twists and turns, and I think someone hit their head or something.
Something must have happened.
And probably got a lawsuit, so no more of that. But it's beautiful.
It's very nice, yes. They had a lot of fish that were, in the water, and they like to
That's probably one of my favorites. I don't think we've ever been to Alexander.
Yeah, we we have together.
Have we?
Like once.
Someone also told me that Glen Springs is amazing.
Where's that
I don't
at?
know, but I'd
I'll
like
find
to
that
go
out.
with you. I don't think it's too far from here.
Guess what we did afterwards?
Rodeo Whip.
We totally did. Yep. Yeah.
I knew that because
Just me and my oldest. You saw the pictures?
no, I know I haven't, but we have a picture of us committing pure gluttony. We stopped after the Springs. I think it was Juniper.
Yes, it was.
And we decided to stop at Rodeo, which is our local
ice cream shop.
amazing homemade ice cream spot place. And we have a picture of us all crazy from the Springs, and we have this waffle cone the size of our head with this mound of ice cream, and we're like, the pictures.
Yep.
But it was so much fun.
I took one of me and my oldest doing that too. We got the garbage pail. Lots and lots of Reese's in it.
Did you have good Reese's in it?
bars.
The last time I had the garbage pail, I didn't get many Reese's, but I got a lot of Heath Bar.
Oh, I didn't have any Heath Bar.
Heath Bar, M&M's, Kit Kat,
So
I think.
good. So good. It was fun. Anyway, okay, so enough about ice
boy, we
cream.
really do squirrel. So what we were just talking about how things are coming to an end.
Yes.
School started.
Yes.
We're now back into the swing of it. Before you know, fall is here.
Yes, and we're in a state where our governor believes that you should not have to wear a mask, correct?
That it's the parent's choice
The parent's
if your
choice.
child wants to wear a mask or not.
Yes.
So there is this huge controversy because not only do we have a governor that is, that believes it's the parent's choice, and we have this isn't political.
Yep.
We also are in a state that has the worst state for COVID in America right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's been interesting to see all the dialogue on TV, and there's parents suing the governor. The governor is, I guess if your school district goes against, his.
Is he in some hot water right now?
I don't know. I haven't watched recently, but I know there are some parents suing him. And I know that some of the school districts who decide to make masks mandatory, he is, I guess, withholding funding.
Really?
Yes, some things. So there's this huge controversy.
Oh, wow.
People are pissed.
Do they get money from him in order for their schools?
Well, they get from the governor. Yeah, that they distribute money throughout the state.
I didn't know that he was in charge of that. I thought that it
I
would
don't
be
think he
different.
personally is in charge, but I believe he makes
the decisions. Oh, wow.
Like I said, I don't know enough about it, but this is all the crap that's going on in the news. And then on top of that, we've got earthquakes. We got drought in California. We got fires.
We're gonna have earthquakes here.
Oh, I don't know.
I never thought Florida would have an earthquake.
I don't know. Can Florida? I thought earthquakes were really
I
on
thought that was a
fault
California
lines.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a California thing, right?
In Alaska.
Yeah.
Because don't you have to be?
I mean, we could have hurricanes.
Well, we do have hurricanes.
Oh my God.
So, anyways, this particular week,
I love the name of the last hurricane.
Fred.
Are they seriously going with cartoon characters?
I keep hoping that they're gonna have. You know how they go through the
they
whole
did
alphabet.
Elsa.
I know, but
And now we're at Fred.
But can't they just make a Zona one? Wouldn't that be neat if they got to Z and it was me, Zona?
That would be cool. But listen, I think that they're going with cartoon characters. They did Elsa,
And
then Fred.
now Grace. Grace is the next one.
Oh my gosh, Grace is the name of the hurricane. Oh no, yeah, like Will and Grace.
Yeah,
right.
Grace.
That's not a cartoon character though.
No, but so we've got all this
I thought it would
week.
be George, like George Jetson. George.
G.
With George. But no, it's Grace.
I wonder
Grace
I wonder if people can
Is Grace near here?
It's out there. It's going to be in the Gulf, but it's going way towards.
Yeah. You've been very lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, I will tell us that our panhandle's gotten hit a lot this year.
Yeah, my whole family was in the Panhandle, and they just fortunately Fred was not a big too
Fred
big of an
wasn't a
issue.
big deal.
But yes, Michael it completely devastated. And
so you want to hear?
time.
I have a story about Fred. You want to hear a story about Fred?
Yes.
That doesn't have to do with a hurricane. It has to do with a lobster.
Go ahead.
So I went out for lobster during this summer, right? My husband took me out for
Please don't tell me you named the lobster Fred.
I did, but I didn't get to that part. You're ruining the story.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a guess.
The waiter comes over to us. It's Red Lobster, by the way.
Okay.
We went to Red. I'm trying to find a place that has lobster, right? My husband's like, why don't we just go to Red Lobster? I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So we go to Red Lobster, and the waiter comes over and he goes, you get to pick out your lobster. I don't know if you guys know this or not.
I didn't know that.
So I go over to the tank, and I find the lobster that I want, and I say, I want that one. And he goes, you should name your lobster.
Because you're going to eat your...
And I go, I don't know what to name him. So the waiter goes, well, how about if I call him Fred? I said, did you say that you want me to call him Fred so you can say Fred is now dead?
Dead. Did he say yes?
Yes.
That's funny. So did they kill it in front of you?
Oh, gosh,
Oh.
no. No, do you know what you're supposed to do for a lobster? You put him in the pot of water.
Yeah, and they scream.
Yeah. Yeah. See, my husband, he's a really good cook, but he will not cook a lobster because he does not want to have to kill it. He doesn't want to hear it.
What if you took a knife and threw it in their head?
I think it would be kind of funny if the lobster like jumped out of the pot and was like running around my kitchen floor and my dogs were chasing it. Don't you think that would be kind of funny? That would totally be a good video, right?
That would, yeah. Maybe you can
we
keep
can.
a video on 24/7 and see what happens. Have you ever cooked a lobster?
No, that's the point.
So what do you do at Red Lobster? You pick the lobster out. They take it in the back.
I wanted the entire lobster. I did not want them just to bring me the tail.
Okay, you pick your lobster out. You named it Fred. They take it back and they just cook the whole thing.
They cook the lobster.
Do they cut it up for you nice?
I did ask the lobster to be clean, so like no green stuff.
Okay, but they brought you the claws, they brought you the tail.
Oh, yeah.
Do they usually only just bring you the tail?
Well, it's up to you how you want it.
Oh, I want everything. The claws have good meat.
I know, it's good. Oh, I enjoyed it. It was fun. I love lobster. Are you a big
I like lobster,
fan
maybe
too?
not as much as you, but I like hot lobster like that I can put in butter.
Totally.
I don't like
You have to put that in the butter.
you know, like cold, like a lobster salad on a hoagie.
Oh,
That
no.
doesn't interest
But the
me.
lobster salad on a hoagie is usually just like it's
Mayonnaise
not,
and lobster.
It's not real. I don't know if that's real.
Well, I think they
might
do
be
have versions of
imitation.
real, but
I think that's imitation lobster.
it could be if you know if
I
you're.
don't want imitation
So
lobster.
so it was good.
Yeah.
And
you know what I like is when we went. You remember when we went and they had lobster rolls? That's real lobster too.
Where did we have a lobster roll at? I don't remember.
The lobster roll. It's called. The place is called the Lobster
Oh,
Roll.
it was in New Smyrna.
Yeah, it's called the Lobster Roll.
Yes, that was good, wasn't it?
It was so good. Yes.
Okay, so did your husband have a lobster?
No, my husband is grossed out by that.
He
had to help me though. He's a sweet guy. He actually had to help me,
like get it out?
like yeah, because sometimes those
the crackers?
the crackers are hard to manage.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. Did you have lobster to take home?
Oh no, I ate it all.
How big was Fred?
He was a good. He was like that big.
Yeah,
He
and
was
you
a
know, you
normal
think
size
that's like a lot, but
lobster.
really once.
Yeah, and then I also get a potato with it.
And then a salad.
And salad. Yeah, it was good.
And we are literally, I'm such a foodie, we're literally going over the whole Red Lobster experience.
I know, right? I did you have some? They had the cheddar biscuits. Have you had the cheddar biscuits? They have good cheddar
The best.
biscuits.
I could just go and eat the cheddar
So
biscuits.
we're literally doing a plot for Red Lobster. We like Red Lobster. It's
Oh,
good.
yeah, Red Lobster.
Red
We're
Lobster.
pushing your restaurant.
Yes, we are. They really do have good food there.
What else is going on in your life, Max, or my life? Anything interesting?
Well, my son is starting his second year of college.
Isn't that amazing?
It's so crazy. Yes, it is. He's taking 2 classes. So that's pretty big. So we're going to be pretty busy with that.
Yep. And you have another son, so she's kind of pulled in
Yes.
different directions, and she's teaching her nephews.
Yes. I have 9-year-olds too that I'm kind of tutoring. I guess you can say tutoring. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So we're homeschooling and all that. So yeah, so things are pretty busy. Got a lot of events, cool events planned. If you are a homeschooler.
You'll know all about events.
If you guys are a local, I've got 2 homeschool groups I'm running. So, be sure to
comment in the comment section.
I will be happy to add you to my groups.
Yes.
You do specific stuff for teens because that is the hardest time to homeschool. That's when parents usually give up.
Yeah, because there's not a lot for them to do. So when I used to homeschool, but when you can have a group that has same age, especially teenagers, you can have dances.
Yes.
It's a lot more fun. So they have the experience.
So we're having all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. Yep. So that's really going on there. So what else? What's going on in the world? Oh, I got some news.
Oh, Afghanistan.
Oh, what's going on with Afghanistan?
Oh my gosh, it's a train wreck.
Do you mean my oldest told me the Taliban is back.
They completely took over Afghanistan, and I haven't watched it that much either.
The Taliban was still around.
Oh yeah, they're taking over the whole. In fact, I believe. I mean, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't been watching the news, but from what I've heard, that they're having trouble getting Americans out of Afghanistan because I guess America pulled out in the middle of the night, and they didn't think about maybe that they needed to get everyone out first.
I thought Biden was supposed to was bringing them back in.
I believe he flew troops in to secure this one airport so they could get all of these people out.
Okay.
And that's all I know. So I'm not sure as of today, like what's happening with it, if it's worse, if it's better. But yeah, basically the Taliban's taking over the whole country.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
I know. And it's so scary because I guess they don't, women, and I'm speaking only about women. And for when I've been watching, there's no women. I mean, it's all men standing. Like a woman can't do anything.
Well,
you have no rights at all.
Well, it's like I Am Malayla. Have you ever read this book?
Yes,
I Am Malayla?
yes.
So we read that with my both my boys actually. I Am Malayla, and for those that don't know, it is about a Muslim woman, she was a girl at the time.
Yeah.
Who they developed a school for girls, and girls were not allowed to go to the school, and they had a lot of backlash because of this.
Yes.
So it's a whole big thing, and she ended up getting shot and everything.
It's a big thing.
And so women do not have rights. They do not have rights that they have here. They have to be completely covered. Like they can only show their eyes.
Yeah,
that's it.
Because the news reporter was a woman that I was watching. I think it was last night. And she was asking some questions, and they were bothered because she had the whole garb on, but she still had her face exposed, and they didn't like that. I mean, they were not aggressive to her, but they clearly didn't like that. So I think they probably think very little.
Do you think they got aggressive when she got off?
I don't know. I can't believe she would still be there. There's no way in hell I would be an American in Afghanistan right now. While everyone is trying to flee. Did you see the pictures of people holding onto the plane?
No.
And running, the Air Force is flying their huge plane off the tarmac, and there's hundreds of people running next to the plane.
Isn't it crazy that
we live in
this world?
The world, and this is it's surreal. You're like, what is this?
Yeah.
But so that's going on. What else? The Olympics? We just had the Olympics.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. What did you hear about the lady who was resigned for the mental health reasons and all of that?
Oh, Simone Biles or Bowles?
Yeah.
To me, I thought it was okay and made sense. She's also has won several Olympic medals just previously. I mean, she's like the best gymnast in the world, apparently. So for me, maybe she needed to do that. But my secret, I told my husband, I think she stepped back so she could let some of the other girls on the U.S. team win.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think. I'm probably wrong, but she has so many gold medals, and she Like, I don't even
nice.
think people can really compete against her.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, that's what I
Absolutely.
think. That she was just
Absolutely.
letting.
I have to say that I do love in this country that mental illness is becoming more to the forefront, and it's
Yes.
not as stigmatized as it used to be.
Yes.
So many people out there, they have the anxiety, they have depression.
We
they
live
have
in a
all
world
these
that
things.
just fuels that.
And
It's just very stressful
yes.
world that we live in right now.
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, look at now else we got forest fires in
Yep.
California.
Mm-hmm.
California is literally running out of water.
Oh, wow. What are they going to do about that?
I don't know. You know, my husband and I watched this. It wasn't a documentary. It was a YouTube thing just about how they don't know what to do. And there's this, you know, did they put desalination plants, which is where you take seawater and take the salt out and make it, you know,
Right.
have fresh water, you know, and that's so expensive. And bringing, even they talked about bringing water in on the train, like huge tankers. And
why is it that California doesn't have water? What makes California not have it versus like other states?
I don't know.
That's so strange.
I really
right?
don't know. It's just,
Is California?
I mean,
like
if you think about it, it's a very
Is it a
deserty.
dry
I mean,
state?
like if you look at Nevada and you look at California and those, they're very.
Is it all California that doesn't have water, or is it just some parts of it that doesn't?
I
have
don't know.
water?
I would think all. That's what I would
Wow.
think.
But like, what? How do you run out of water? Like, how do you run
I mean,
out of
that's
water?
what I couldn't
I thought
comprehend.
water is like the big.
Like you just drill in the ground and water's there.
Yeah.
That's the thing. My husband, he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, Sonia, you
thought-
are so clueless.
Yeah, I really thought that water was like a very abundant resource. Am I using that word correctly? Abundant.
Yes,
Like
yes.
I really thought it was. I thought water makes up a lot of our world. How can we not have water? It just doesn't make sense. to
I
me.
don't know, but guys, there's
So if you guys know about this whole thing with Californian water, comment. Let us know.
Just let us know. I mean, we've been going for a long time now. Just let us know anything else we're missing. There's just a lot going on in this world.
There really is.
And everyone just be kind to yourself and be
Yes.
safe
Absolutely.
and be supportive where you need to and
Yes.
love each other.
And keep watching us. Subscribe, like. Don't give up on us. I know we haven't been here in a while. We will
We're
be back with more
back.
content and everything. We got some fun new stuff coming your way.
Maybe something involved with hot dogs. We're not
Ooh,
sure.
Maybe margaritas.
Ooh.
I'm Max.
And I'm Zona.
And
And
we're
we're
the
the Chatterbox